5 of the Neptune theory. That is to be the first one of the stream. I swear, dude, if you want to find good copyright-free music, check out Whitebat Audio. Awesome music by Carl Mason. Oh, it's good. Alright, let's go.
With King Neptune is a bit of a mess. There are 2 different King Neptunes. There's a King Poseidon. There's 3 different royal palaces. 2 of them are called the City of Atlantis, but there's also a 3rd unrelated City of Atlantis. It's confusing to say the least. But there is actually a way to explain how all of this is intentional and connects together. This is a story of power, deception, and betrayal. This is the Neptune Theory.
There are 3 of them after all, so let's...
That was probably nothing.
There's no tension, the pacing is slow, it fundamentally fails as a film. Alex, go back to making SpongeBob Theory videos. No one wants to see your awful horror films. I've been your host, the one and only cynical critic. Remember to stay cynical. See you later.
I wish I could be making horror
And
films.
we're back!
Oh, wait a minute,
What's
I
up?
can't.
I'm your host Alex, the SpongeBob guy, back with another SpongeBob conspiracy. I've said it before, but the overwhelming support for these videos is insane. So, I'd be stupid not to make more. I mean, everyone loves them, right?
Hello, fellow truth seekers. It's Conspiracy Carl here. Welcome back to The Awakening.
Hi.
I have been awakened myself to the immense lies of this person right here. This liar, Alex Bale.
Well, almost everyone. So I showed a bit of this conspiracy guy's reaction in my last video, and apparently he didn't like that, so now he's claiming that I'm part of some giant Illuminati conspiracy.
Somebody looks like they're a puppet for the Illuminati. Yes, you, sir, have been inserting secret messages into your videos. Evil lurks there, people.
It's honestly really funny, you should check him out. Anyways, let's get into the theory. Is what I would say if I wasn't sponsored! Hey Alex, how do I make a cool YouTube film video like you? Well, it's easy. You just gotta learn to edit, record dialogue, write a script, use camera and lights, learn Photoshop and VFX. Oh! How the heck am I gonna learn to do all that? All you gotta do is go to Skillshare! Skillshare is an online learning pretty beginner to the so Rome should be Son Triton. But in the first SpongeBob talk, ocean theory, you know there's also a ruler of the King Neptune is the ruler of the 7 seas and the Roman god of the ocean. If you watch my evolution theory, you know there's also a good chance he's the reason why fish in Bikini Bottom are so evolved and able to talk. He lives in the city of Atlantis with his wife Queen Amphitrite and his son Triton. But in the first SpongeBob movie, he's replaced by a completely different King Neptune who has a completely different daughter named Mindy. These guys don't look or sound at all the same, so how can they both exist in this universe? Well, there's already an interesting theory out there about this. It's widely believed that the SpongeBob movie takes place in the future after the events of the show. So widely believed that I got hundreds of comments about it in my Mrs. Puff theory. Yep, I know guys, I heard what you said. The creator of SpongeBob, Steven Hillenburg, said he wanted to end the series with the movie, and it being canonically at the end of the SpongeBob timeline would explain why we never see the Krusty Krab 2, or any of the other characters from the movie in the later SpongeBob episodes. And some people believe that the reason why movie Neptune is so different is because he's actually Neptune's son, Triton, all grown up. And that's a pretty cool theory, but I don't buy it. Other than Triton looking nothing like movie Neptune, I've never actually believed it, but I don't buy it. Other than Triton
No.
looking nothing like movie Neptune, I've never actually believed that the SpongeBob movie takes place in the future. Despite there being many people who commented about it on my Mrs. Puff theory as if it was a proven fact, there's never actually been any official confirmation of it. Steven Hillenburg only said that he wanted to stop making SpongeBob after the movie. He never said anything about where the movie actually takes place in the timeline of the show. And we do actually briefly see Neptune's daughter Mindy show up later in the show in SpongeBob's Big Birthday Blowout. There's no way she'd be there unless the show took place after the events of the movie. I think what's actually going on here with Neptune is something much more interesting, and it ties directly in with the television theory. If you haven't seen that video, it basically proves that the entire show SpongeBob SquarePants is actually a nature documentary being filmed by scuba divers, and many of the elements we see throughout the series are secretly set up by the showrunners to make sure that the show is more entertaining and profitable. And this applies to the SpongeBob movie as well. There's promotional art and even a commercial that acknowledges the fact that it's just a movie being filmed.
Hello? SpongeBob, what kind of jellyfish is that?
Hey guys, it's Carlos from The Zone. Can you tell us about your latest adventure?
Well, this one adventure we had was a real Lulu.
You mean when we went after Neptune's crown? It seemed bigger than our usual adventures.
Yes, and with fewer interruptions.
Well, thanks guys. We'll see you in the movie.
Movie? What's that?
I know.
I think the real reason why Neptune looks so different.
Hey, Michael Yo, what's up, GMosser? Missed you a couple days. Can you react to the Scare short horror film by... I will react to that as soon as I'm done with the requests that have already been requested to me. I'll react to it when I'll react to it at some point in the stream, though, yeah. Yes, sir.
Different in the movie is because the filmmakers couldn't get the real King Neptune, the literal god of the sea, to show up for a movie. So they hired an actor to pretend to be the king. And there is actually a ton of evidence in the show to support this. King Neptune is supposed to live in the great city of Atlantis, but in the movie he just lives in some random sandcastle, almost like they just built a discount version for the movie. But the real evidence comes from season
A horror film called Scarecrow? Yeah, I'll check it out.
10, episode 18, Lost and Found, where SpongeBob goes beneath the Krusty Krab to look for something in the Lost and Found. As he searches through this surprisingly massive collection of items, on one of the shelves, we see something mind-blowing.
My day is great. How about yours? Michael?
The crown worn by King Neptune in the SpongeBob movie. The entire plot of the movie hinges on the fact that Neptune thinks Mr. Krabs stole his crown. Why would Mr. Krabs have this now? Because this isn't just the Krusty Krabs Lost and Found. It's also where they store the props used by the SpongeBob SquarePants filmmakers to create the SpongeBob movie. If you remember from my television theory, Mr. Krabs is secretly working for the showrunners to spy on all the main characters. And his secret surveillance room was hidden beneath the Krusty Krab, just like this Lost and Found. So it makes perfect sense for the showrunners to hide their props down here. And if you still don't believe me, we also see SpongeBob's guitar, the Goofy Goober peanut hats, and the magical bag of wind. All items from the movie that would make no sense being down here unless this was the showrunner's prop storage, and the movie King Neptune was just an actor. Well, that's one Neptune down. Now for the real mystery, King Poseidon.
Great, dude. Keep it up with your videos, man. You're the best YouTuber ever, Mosser. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. I don't think I'm definitely not the best ever, but I'm doing my best and I won't be stopping anytime soon. But thank you. Thanks a lot, man. That means a lot. That means a lot. You made my day, dude. Thank you.
Everyone who hates this Chrome extension
No,
by 2025.
no,
I feel like I just found a Google cheat code. It's a Chrome extension.
No, not the ads. Okay.
In the third SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, the King of the Sea is yet again replaced by a new character, King Poseidon, the Greek god of the ocean. He actually does live in the city of Atlantis, except instead of the ancient royal architecture, it's a giant casino designed to make money. It'd be easy to say that these are just two separate kings that rule different areas of the sea, but they both claim to be the ruler of the seven seas. So how can two different characters both be the king of the same seven seas? The answer to that question actually has to do with a place called Camp
I don't know. Ask YouTube, man.
Coral. Throughout the third SpongeBob movie, we keep cutting back to flashbacks of a younger SpongeBob and all the other characters when they all went to summer camp together. This was all to set up a spin-off show called Camp Coral that followed these younger characters. Now at first, I just wrote the show off as SpongeBob following the trend of making all their characters younger to appeal to a younger demographic. It's been done before and it's never very good. They also completely contradict the continuity of the main show by having characters like Sandy and SpongeBob meet as kids when we know they actually met as adults in the main show. Look, I am having a hard enough time figuring out this show's continuity on its own. I do not need another show full of contradictions to make it even harder. But the creators actually did something very clever to make the continuity work.
No need, Michael, I already did. But they're not very responsive, unfortunately. Well, actually sometimes they are. They're responsive enough, I think. YouTube is responsive enough.
The 7th episode of Camp Coral ends with one of the biggest plot twists I've ever seen from the show. So in this episode, SpongeBob actually discovers the Krabby Patty secret formula way before it was supposed to be created by Mr. Krabs. But at the end of the episode, it gets accidentally destroyed by Sandy, and then we get this mind-blowing scene.
This is Little Cheeks calling Big Cheeks. Come in, Big Cheeks. Over. Affirmative, Little Cheeks. This is Big Cheeks receiving you from the future. How are things going in the past? Your plan worked perfectly. The formula burned out before Mr. Plankton could nab it. Now it can be safely rediscovered.
I don't like
in the
this
future.
movie!
I knew sending you to Camp Coral was the right thing to do.
What is
Over and
this?
out. Bye, feature me.
Yeah, I've heard already that new SpongeBob sucks dick. So that's what I've heard apparently. Ugh.
Ha! Mission accomplished, timeline preserved. Now everything can continue just the way it's always been.
So Sandy used time travel to send her past self to Camp Coral so that she could make sure the Krabby Patty formula didn't get discovered before it was supposed to. They actually figured out a way to make this messed up continuity make sense. Don't you dare tell me the show doesn't care about its continuity. Can I also just say that this scene lines up perfectly with my television theory? A major part of that theory is that Sandy is actually a spy working for the showrunners and is secretly making sure everything stays on track. And then what do we see a month after I post my theory? Sandy secretly manipulating everyone to keep the show on track. Just gonna give myself a little pat on the back there. But enough gloating. What does any of this have to do with King Poseidon? Well, this proves that Camp Coral and the movie that sets it up are in an alternate timeline. The events that have taken place in the show are not the same events in this movie. The continuity errors like Sandy and SpongeBob meeting, or Poseidon being the king of the sea instead of Neptune, can be explained by this shift in the timeline. So there you go. King Poseidon and King Neptune are from completely separate timelines. That's why we never see any reference to King Poseidon in the show. And that is the Neptune theory. Huh, I mean that wasn't so hard. I guess I'm done here.
No, you're
Neptune
not.
stirred up quite a gale tonight. He must be mad about something.
That's silly. Everyone knows Poseidon is ruler of the undersea. Everyone knows Poseidon is ruler of the undersea.
Why can't anything ever be easy? This is the clip that really made me decide to make this theory. The beginning of Season 5, Episode 19, Spongehenge, shows two fish arguing over whether Neptune or Poseidon is the real ruler of the sea. It's like the creators are directly telling us that both of these characters somehow exist in the same timeline, and it's our job to figure out how the puzzle pieces fit together. So, let's take a look. Despite both of these characters having similar appearances and personalities, there is one
Maybe SpongeBob has a multiverse. And in one universe, Neptune's king of the sea and the other Poseidon's king of the sea? It might be possible. Into the Spongeverse. The SpongeBob... There could be a SpongeBob multiverse. Yeah, there could be other universes in SpongeBob. AKA the SpongeBob multiverse. AKA the SpongeBob multiverse. Or the Spongeverse. Spongeverse. That's a theory, I guess. But it's just a theory. A game theory.
very important difference between them. Poseidon doesn't have powers. We've seen many times that King Neptune has magical abilities that he can use at any time, even without his trident. But in the entire third SpongeBob movie, we never see Poseidon use any powers or magical abilities, except for lighting up his trident, but all he has to do for that.
Yeah, probably. Though I've also heard like Poseidon is the... Though I've also heard of Poseidon being the real king of the sea. Or maybe that was... Wait. No, it was Poseidon being the god of the sea. Maybe Neptune is king of the sea, but Poseidon's god of the sea. Maybe, I don't know.
That is just flip a switch, and we know from the episode Trident Trouble that you don't even need to be a god to use the trident. And at the end of the third movie, we find out Poseidon is actually in terrible shape. If you remember at the end of the episode Neptune's Spatula, Neptune briefly turned SpongeBob into a god, and we can see that having god powers gives you a perfect body. So why is Poseidon in such terrible shape? Because he doesn't actually
Poseidon, no.
have powers, only Neptune does. Even Neptune's wife, Queen Amphitrite, has to use technology to zap someone, unlike Neptune, who only has to use his finger in the exact same episode. He is clearly the only one with powers, but why? To answer this question, we first have to understand the origins of King Neptune. Now, throughout the show, there is very little information on Neptune's past. I read the Wikipedia, I looked through the comic books, the video games, but I just couldn't find anything that would help me. But then I remembered there are SpongeBob shorts, which are like mini episodes that only air once, usually to promote something. So I started looking to see if there were any that could help us, and lo and behold, there is a SpongeBob short called The Story of King Neptune. Huh. Yeah, I guess that could be helpful. This short is about SpongeBob telling Patrick the origins of King Neptune, but it's not entirely clear whether it's true.
The story of King Neptune. When King Neptune was a little Neptune, his mother set him adrift in a river. As he floated along, a radioactive meteor fell to Earth. An alien appeared and anointed the infant with super Neptune fluid.
Is that really the origin of King Neptune?
Sure.
So King Neptune was abandoned as a baby and then given his powers by aliens. But SpongeBob is holding an upside-down comic book, so it feels a lot like something he just made up. And SpongeBob is not the most reliable narrator. Unless there's something in the story that we can definitively prove, I don't think we can use it for a theory. Like, do you really expect me to believe that Neptune got his powers from aliens? I mean, we've never even seen aliens in the show before. Except, we have. And they just so happen to also live in a city called Atlantis. Season 5, Episode 12, Atlantis Squarepantis, we see another completely different Atlantis, the Lost City of Atlantis, a city that's home to a race of aliens.
I remember the episode, I just didn't know it was called I just didn't know it was called Atlantis Squarepantis. That's pretty funny.
Atlantean aliens traveled billions of light years to come to this planet and build their city.
For reasons unknown, this great city disappeared one day, but no ruins were ever found. All the inventions you take for granted were given to us by the Atlanteans.
They were a peaceful race of aliens who shared their technology, but then mysteriously disappeared for some reason. And take a guess what we find when we look inside of that city. A massive sculpture of King Neptune. That story about aliens giving Neptune his powers doesn't sound so far-fetched now, does it? And that's not all we find.
Neptune's Ascension, the only surviving painting from the great lost city of Atlantis.
A painting created by the Atlanteans called Neptune's Ascension, aka Neptune ascending to his god status by being given powers by the Atlantean aliens. The story is definitely referencing this. There are too many connections for this to be a coincidence.
Squidward! Squidward! I remember watching the episode as a kid, Monster. Same here, Michael. Same here. Good times, am I right?
So even though it's being told by SpongeBob, and details like the alien's appearance are wrong, the story itself is probably based on truth. And there's also a lot of evidence to support the idea that Neptune was abandoned as a baby. In Clash of Triton, Neptune is watching a soap opera in his bedroom and gets upset when his wife turns it off.
Oh, Neptune, surely this isn't the behavior befitting a king, doing nothing but watching daytime television.
Wait!
Rochelle was just about to meet her biological parents.
In the soap opera, Rochelle was just about to meet her biological parents. Maybe the real reason why Neptune's so invested in the soap opera is because he's never met his biological parents either. There's even tissues on the table next to him as if he's been crying. And the idea that Neptune was abandoned as a baby works perfectly with the mythology in the show. Neptune is the Roman god of the sea, but he is the only reference to Roman mythology in the show. Everything else we see is from Greek mythology. In the episode Trident Trouble, we see a Greek chorus.
Behold, we're the Greek chorus. We narrate this epic tale.
Neptune once mentioned Zeus, the Greek god of thunder.
So I say, look,
I miss Nala too, Michael.
Zeus, either you come up with more money, or Neptune walks.
He also mentions Apollo, the Greek god of the sun.
Now behold, my beloved home of Atlantis. A prize worthy of Apollo.
Even in the city of Atlantis where Neptune lives, there's a building named the Poseidon, clearly named after Poseidon. So Neptune is clearly the outsider here, which is why he was abandoned as a baby. But if the sea is actually ruled by Greek mythology, then Poseidon should be the true heir to the throne. Why is Neptune the king in the show? Because after Neptune was given his god powers by aliens, he returned to Atlantis and stole the throne from Poseidon. This would explain why there's so much confusion over who the real king is.
Neptune stirred up quite a gale tonight.
Everyone knows Poseidon is ruler of the undersea.
Legally, Poseidon should be the king, but Neptune took it by force. And that's not all he took from Poseidon. Neptune's wife, Queen Amphitrite, is the goddess of the sea. The Greek goddess of the sea, aka the wife of Poseidon. God damn, Neptune stole his wife and his throne. That is cold. And eventually, everyone did recognize Neptune as the rightful king. The pink fish who seemed adamant about Poseidon being the king completely changes her mind one season later in Clash of Triton.
Oh, wait a minute, King Neptune is coming here? Oh, I'm a huge fan of the
She wasn't the one, Poseidon. It was just your turn.
royal family. I just love everything they do.
And that is the real story of
Sad, but true in this case.
King Neptune. The reason why Poseidon is king in the third movie is probably because in that timeline, Neptune was never given his god powers, so he never stole the throne from Poseidon. Although, seeing as how Poseidon turned Atlantis into a big casino cash grab city, maybe it's a good thing Neptune took over.
The lost city of Atlantic City.
And that is the Neptune theory. That was a tough one, but we are finally done. See you next time, guys. Wait. Why is Poseidon City called the Lost City of Atlantic City?
The lost city of Atlantic City.
I mean, the Atlantic City Park makes sense. That's a reference to the real-life Atlantic City, but why is it called the Lost City? There is nothing lost about the city. It seems like everyone's easily able to find it. The only other reference to a lost city of Atlantis is the one with the aliens that gave Neptune his powers. Nope, I don't care. I'm done with this theory. I don't need to answer every single little question. I am 100% done. Fine, okay? One more quick part just to tie up all the loose ends, and then I am done. Alright, here we go. So we know before the Atlantean aliens mysteriously disappeared, they shared their technology with the creatures of the sea. I think the self-proclaimed gods of the sea got their technology, like tridents and their other weapons, from the Atlantean aliens. In fact, the Atlantean guards even use golden tridents as their weapons. That's why the gods named their city Atlantis, to pay tribute to the Atlanteans that gave them their technology. But all of that changed when Poseidon became king of the sea. He betrayed the Atlanteans and used their own weapons against them to conquer their home and turn it into a casino city. That's why Poseidon City is called the Lost City, even though it's not lost. It's referencing the Atlantean city that was conquered by Poseidon. And the reason why the Atlanteans gave god powers to some random abandoned baby in the main timeline was so that Neptune could take the throne from Poseidon and prevent him from conquering the alien city. And the reason why the Atlantean city mysteriously disappeared was because they hid it so no one could ever try and conquer them again. And that is the Neptune theory. I am done.
No, you're not.
Okay, that's another one done. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Alex. We've got more on the way. I'll see you next time. Hey, listen,
I don't know about you guys, but I actually, well, how do you say it? I actually enjoy his horror films. I like his horror films.
That theory was awesome. You know, I don't know how you keep coming up with these, but I mean, they're great. And listen, you were totally right. You know, the people want SpongeBob theories, so who am I to ignore them? So, thank you. Hello? Got the meat for you. Alright, listen. If we're gonna work on this, then we need to work on our communication skills, because this creepy quiet act, it's getting old. Alright.
What?
Why are you on my ceiling?
My boy, you have done well. But if we are to continue our work, I will require something more.
That was Alex Bale. He makes SpongeBob conspiracy theories. And we have one more, and then Michael, I will react to that Scarecrow. You know what? I'll react to the horror film. I'll react to the horror film. It's probably shorter than the next SpongeBob conspiracy theory, isn't it? Alright. So, what is the horror film called? I'll pull it up. And then after your request, I will react to the next SpongeBob theory, and then one more video, and then that's a wrap for this stream, I guess. Yeah, then I'm gonna have to head out after that. The scary short film, AKM official. Okay, I can probably find this one. So, what is the film called? Scarecrow? The Scarecrow! I think I see it. I think I have permission to react.
Sore throat got your tongue? Mucinex Insta-Sue sore throat medication.
Alright. Is this the one? Yeah, I think this is the one. It's the only Scarecrow one I found. It's the one, isn't it? Michael? Is it the one? Blueberry Boy, I will react to that after this video. Yes, GMosser? Alright, got it, thank you. Alright, let's check this out. Uh-oh.
away from me.
Babe, it's me.
Jerk?
You need help with anything?
Yeah, can you finish putting this up? I'm gonna go inside and see where I put the pumpkins.
Yeah, I can do that.
I already have a theory. The scarecrow gets him. I think.
That's new. You're kind of creepy, aren't you? That's odd. Are you facing the other way? Hey, Kayla?
I saw the
Are
head
those
move!
pumpkins yet?
He's getting off the cross! Oh,
where'd you get this creepy scarecrow from?
Ryan? Ryan, are you out here? Ryan, what are you doing? Hello, Earth to Ryan?
Alright. Well, that was good. I myself, I wish, well, I plan on it. Cause I have so many ideas. I have a very active imagination. I want to make more horror films. Oh hey, Michael, I want to show you something. So, I plan on making films that, I plan on making some films in the future. So, I want to show you, I want to show you something. If YouTube will let me. So this is one of my channels. I have 3 channels. This is one of GMosser HD's one. Then you got GMosser Entertainment. This is the channel where I make skits, films, and animations. And then GMosser is where I do gaming, YouTube poops, and pretty much whatever I want over there. But yeah, this is where I will be making my films. So if you want to see any films from me, feel free to check out and subscribe to GMosser Entertainment. I've had some hits way back in the days. Not horror films, but you know, other stuff. Alright. So if you're interested in that, check out GMosser Entertainment. Anyways, time for the next SpongeBob theory by Mr. Alex Bale.
Alright, so this time, instead of ending with the big
time-traveling ghost pirate theory
twist, I'm just gonna open with it. The Flying Dutchman is the ghost of Patchy the Pirate. This is a claim that makes absolutely no sense. They look different, they act different, and most importantly, Patchy the Pirate is alive at the same time we see the Flying Dutchman. It would be impossible to prove that they're the same person, right?
Thanks a lot, Michael.
Know, I like a challenge.
I look forward to seeing what I make.
This is the time-traveling ghost pirate theory.
Thank you, man.
You mean the big tentacle monster in my basement?
Yeah.
How do you know about that?
I have one too.
What? So, when you say you have a muse, you mean you also have a creepy monster thing in your basement giving you SpongeBob theories?
Well, no, it didn't give me SpongeBob theories. It got me my commercial jobs.
I didn't even know there was more than one. I have like 1,000 questions right now. Like, what exactly are they? Where do they come from? What do they want?
Oh, I probably don't know that much more than you. Mine just showed up in my house one day and eventually it left.
Wait, yours left? As in you don't have a muse?
No, I just kept giving mine meat, it got me a permanent job, and then it left. Listen, I know they seem really weird and creepy at first,
I want to
but
be successful.
honestly, they're just here to help.
But didn't you have to feed yours, like, more than just meat?
No. What have you been feeding yours?
Mine ate a cat.
Hang on, you gave your muse a cat?
I didn't feed it the cat, okay? It was in my home and then it took it, okay? It wasn't my fault.
Okay, well, obviously you don't have a cat in your home when you have a muse. Listen, just keep giving it meat, and eventually it'll leave you with enough SpongeBob theories to last you for years.
I gotta keep making my scary videos, man. Bye, Monster. Keep up, and thanks for watching my requested video. Goodbye, Monster, man. Alright, Michael, we'll catch you later, man. Thank you so much for being a part of the... Thank you so much for joining today's stream. Good to have you. Hope to see you in the next one.
Hey, so I've been thinking about things and I'm willing to continue our relationship, but things have to be very different this time.
Yeah, Michael.
No more eating living animals. Let's just stick to the store-bought meat, okay?
Catch you later, dude. Thanks for being here once again. Oh! Hey! Another bar.
Okay. Great. Glad we're on the same page. You know, I'm sorry about all the shouting and the craziness. You know, I don't have anything against you personally. I think if we just communicated better,
Tentacle!
You know,
Tentacle! Turn around!
We were having. But I'm glad we finally have an understanding.
Was that Squidward? Oh no.
Alright, the time-traveling ghost pirate theory. That's the real title we're going with? Sure, fine, whatever. Now, before we begin, I just want to say how thankful I am for all the support on these SpongeBob theories. These videos have, definitely changed my life. So, to give a little bit back to the community, today I'd like to support a small independent company out there that you've probably never even heard of. That's why today's video is sponsored by a tiny little indie game called Raid Shadow Legends! Raid Shadow... All these raid action and blood raising the fuse the dollar.
No!
Start
No!
Scan!
No! No! Okay.
Before I get into how these characters connect, I have to explain the tragic backstory of Patchy the Pirate.
I'm Patchy the Pirate, president of the SpongeBob SquarePants Fan Club!
Patchy the Pirate is the president of the SpongeBob Fan Club, and they often cut to him during special episodes to host the show and talk to the audience. He fits in perfectly with my television theory, and clearly works for the in-universe SpongeBob SquarePants showrunners as some kind of mascot for the show.
Boring! Well, if it isn't my less than amusing sidekick, Patty the the parrot.
Patchy is this weird, lonely guy whose only friend is a talking parrot who's constantly harassing him, and I'm also pretty sure Patchy wants to eat him.
Shiver me timbers, it's Potty. I wonder what parrot tastes like.
But that's not what this theory is about. If you rewatch all the episodes with Patchy, you start to notice a bit of a disturbing development with his character. Patchy has devoted his entire life to SpongeBob, but that devotion is very one-sided, and the more time that goes on, the more resentful Patchy becomes of SpongeBob. In the season 3 episode Party Pooper Pants, Patchy throws a house party and tries to invite SpongeBob, but he doesn't show up.
Say, you didn't bring SpongeBob with you, did you? Gee, I
What's
sure
that
hope
can't
he
show
got his
up?
invitation.
I'd sure like to go to this party, but I can't read
Unless a magical dolphin gives him the power to breathe outside of water.
the invitation.
But Patchy doesn't really seem to be that upset about it.
Ah, well.
But then things start to take a turn in the episode The Sponge Who Could Fly. Patchy follows a map and goes on a crazy adventure to find the legendary Lost SpongeBob episode, and after finally getting it, this is what plays.
That's it? That's the lost episode? That was just a bunch of cheap walk cycles! What a rip!
So, Patchy got let down by SpongeBob again, but I'm sure he'll get over it just like last time.
SpongeBob betrayed us! I'm sorry I ever started this stupid fan club in the first place!
Patchy has a full-on mental breakdown. Now, eventually he does find the real Lost episode and goes back to normal, but this is just the start of Patchy's transformation into a much darker character. In the season 6 episode Truth or Square, Patchy throws a massive television extravaganza to celebrate 10 years of SpongeBob. There is a ton of production value and celebrities that Patchy managed to get. There is no way SpongeBob wouldn't show up for it.
SpongeBob SquarePants! What do you mean he's not coming? 10 years I've been president in his fan club!
Patchy has dedicated 10 years of his life to SpongeBob, and he can't even be bothered to show up once. And this never even gets resolved in the episode either. Patchy tries to find—
I don't even think SpongeBob knows Patchy exists. Let's be real here.
SpongeBob, thinks he's about to meet him, but then it turns out it was all just a dream.
Mister, are you okay?
SpongeBob?
No, it's just me. The guy in the penny.
Patchy's one-sided obsession with SpongeBob is making him delusional, and this is by no means the last time Patchy will hallucinate meeting SpongeBob. In Atlantis SquarePantis, Patchy gets lost in the desert and once again hallucinates SpongeBob.
Uh-oh, here come the hallucinations.
It's me, SpongeBob SquarePants.
But then, in SpongeBob's Big Birthday Blowout, it seems like he finally really does meet SpongeBob.
From your biggest fan. Huh? I have a fan?
Surprise! It's Patchy the Pirate! Happy birthday, SpongeBob!
Thank you, Patchy.
But even if they don't explicitly say it, this is definitely another hallucination. It's right after he crashed into an island, and he's just a severed head for some reason, and he can breathe underwater. Yeah, I'm gonna say that this is a hallucination. They have another alleged meeting in SpongeBob's Road to Christmas special, but this time Patchy's fully animated for some reason, so I'm pretty skeptical about this one too. In fact, I'm gonna come back to this one. Keep it in mind because it's gonna be very important later on. So, as much as Patchy worships SpongeBob and wants to meet him, he never will. And you don't have to take my word for it either. In a 2009 WonderCon panel with some of the actors and creators of SpongeBob, they talk about the rules they have for writing the show, including the fact that Patchy can never meet SpongeBob.
His character has evolved into this pirate that's obsessed with SpongeBob. Well, they can never meet. Right?
Well, yeah, they can never meet. There's a lot of rules in SpongeBob which are there for a reason, which I think is part of the success in a way.
From the very start of his creation, they doomed Patchy to be an obsessed fan who would never meet his idol. He will spend the rest of his life devoted to SpongeBob, but no matter how hard he tries, he will never reach Bikini Bottom, and he will never meet SpongeBob. And unfortunately, that is the tragic story of Patchy the Pirate.
No.
But if all of that's true, then I just have one lingering question. How come the dumpster behind the Krusty Krab has a message that reads, Patchy was here? Don't go anywhere, because the time-traveling ghost pirate theory is about to get crazy.
bandages? Nice. SpongeBob bandages. Hey, a binge eating session. I love those. Wait a minute. The muse made him hungry, right? Is the muse controlling him? Of the Flying Dutchman.
I'll come back to this message later, but first we have to talk about the
Oh no! Please! No! Not the ass! Why?
mysterious origins of the Flying Dutchman. The Flying Dutchman is the legendary ghost pirate that haunts Bikini Bottom.
In a pirate ship, the Flying Dutchman descends on Bikini Bottom.
The first time we hear about the Flying Dutchman is in the episode Squidward the Unfriendly Ghost, when SpongeBob finds a comic book about his origins.
It's the origin of the Flying Dutchman. It says when he died, they used his body as a window display. Now he haunts the 7 seas because he was never put to rest.
Now, I've always been a little skeptical about this origin, not just because it's claiming they put an actual human corpse up as display in a kid's store, but because the Flying Dutchman himself contradicts it.
It's a little torn. Of course, it was the shirt I was buried in.
He was never put to rest.
If he was buried, then this origin can't be true. So, who is the Flying Dutchman actually? Well, when I rewatched all the episodes with the Flying Dutchman, I kept noticing that he seems to have some kind of fixation with SpongeBob in particular. In the episode Shanghai, he drops his anchor on SpongeBob's home, which leads to him having to briefly join the Dutchman's crew. Then, in Born Again Krabs, he's about to take Mr. Krabs' soul, but then immediately changes his mind when SpongeBob offers his soul instead. And even in the Camp Coral prequel show, he haunts SpongeBob as a kid. But strangest of all, in Ghost Host, the Dutchman's ship gets destroyed, and out of all the places in Bikini Bottom he could stay, he decides to stay with SpongeBob.
My location where I'll be staying? Business or residence? Residence.
And look at the way he mischievously smiles when he sees SpongeBob. It feels like this is personal for him, but why? The episode Ghost Host is actually the first time we get a bit more depth of the Flying Dutchman's character. At first, he spends all of his time torturing SpongeBob, but eventually, he just wants to stay and hang out with him.
Maybe stay with a friend for a while. Just for a little while longer.
Even though his ship's already been repaired for 3 months.
Actually, I have a confession, SpongeBob. My ship's been done for 3 months now.
It feels like the Dutchman has some kind of vendetta against SpongeBob specifically, but also, deep down, he's just lonely and wants to be SpongeBob's friend. And does that remind you of anyone? Someone who's desperate to be SpongeBob's friend, but also has a deep resentment towards him. Okay, but there's like a bunch of reasons why the Flying Dutchman couldn't be the ghost of Patchy the Pirate. I mean, for starters, they look totally different, right? Different shirt, different hat, and most importantly, the Dutchman doesn't have the iconic hook and eye patch that Patchy does. This is the point where I was about to give up and scrap this theory, but then I decided to rewatch the Season 1 episode, ARG, where SpongeBob plays a board game called The Flying Dutchman's Treasure that's actually based on the Flying Dutchman's real map.
The Flying Dutchman's Treasure Hunt.
Based on a real treasure map.
And then, I noticed something. one of the game cards actually shows a picture of the Flying Dutchman. I mean, look, he clearly has the same nose and face as him, but this looks like a picture of when he was still alive and had a darker black beard. But the hat he's wearing is not the usual Flying Dutchman hat. It is the exact same hat Patchy the Pirate wears. Okay, but he still doesn't have the eye patch and the hook hand, right? Well, yeah, but here's the thing. Neither does Patchy. Patchy's hook is always switching hands, and he constantly takes off his eye patch, because Patchy isn't a real pirate. He's just pretending to be one.
The great thing about Patchy is that he lives in Encino, California, but he's a pirate. But the only thing that makes him a pirate is that he says he's one and dresses like one.
Okay, fine, but the shirt is still very different. You know, the Dutchman's is all open and it's got those stripy things. Patchy's is more fancy with the big white puffy collar and cuffs. Well, in the Curse of Bikini Bottom, we see the Flying Dutchman's closet and he pulls out the exact same shirt that Patchy wears. Same fancy puffy collar, same cuffs. Fine, okay? Maybe Patchy the pirate and the Dutchman look the same. But that doesn't mean they're the same person. It's time we address the elephant in the room. The Flying Dutchman can't be Patchy's ghost because Patchy is alive at the same time we see the Flying Dutchman. Like, in order for this theory to be true, Patchy would have to die and then the Dutchman's ghost would show up. But they're simultaneously existing at the same time. Patchy even shows up during an episode all about the Flying Dutchman, and he even calls it his favorite episode.
We're gonna see me favorite show, Shanghai. Ta-da!
It is physically impossible for Patchy and the Dutchman to be the same person. Or is it? Things are about to get stranger.
Thank you once again for supporting us at Happy Meat Farms. Together, we're building a better future.
Cut! Let's move on.
Someone grab wardrobe?
Hey Victoria, I tried to work things out with the muse like you said, and then I'm pretty sure it like bit me or something, and now I'm like feeling really weird and craving raw meat. Could you just call me back please? I'm starting to freak out a little bit.
Victoria! Where have you been? I've been trying to call you all day.
Hey, sorry, I'm at work.
Okay, so, like, the muse, like, bit me, I think, and now I'm, like, craving raw meat and...
Yeah, I know, I got your messages. Just calm down. This is a good thing.
How is this a good thing?
It means it's almost over.
Yeah, how?
Okay.
It is?
Here's what I need you to do.
Uh-oh. It's about time. Oh! Why does this exist? Who put this on YouTube?
When I rewatched all the episodes with the Flying Dutchman, I noticed something strange. In the Season 7 episode, The Curse of Bikini Bottom, the Dutchman gets a girlfriend, but starts to freak out when she wants to get married.
She wants to marry me! I ain't the marrying type.
But the Dutchman not being the marrying type isn't entirely true. Back in Season 3 during Ghost Host, we see that the Dutchman was once married.
Is that a wedding ring?
Oh, this holds nothing.
Alright, but so what? You know, this just seems like a small continuity error between seasons, no surprise for SpongeBob. But in the Season 6 special, SpongeBob vs. the Big One, there's an even stranger moment like this. The Flying Dutchman bumps into Mr. Krabs and says this to him.
Ah! It's a Flying Dutchman! Ah! It's some guy I've never seen before!
He says he's never met Mr. Krabs before, but there are 2 whole episodes from previous seasons dedicated to the Dutchman trying to steal Mr. Krabs' soul for being too greedy. They're even on a first-name
He may have not recognized Mr. Krabs because Mr. Krabs grew a full beard, so...
basis.
Eugene Krabs! It's some guy I've never seen before!
Alright, so another weird inconsistency with the Dutchman, but I'm still not convinced that it's not just lazy writing. But back in The Curse of Bikini Bottom, there's a moment that cannot be written off as another continuity error. SpongeBob and Patrick accidentally shave off the Dutchman's beard, and the Dutchman claims the beard won't grow back for another 1,000 years.
Your beard will just grow back.
You know nothing of my facial hair! It'll take 1,000 years for my beard to grow back!
But by the end of the episode, we cut to several months later, and his beard is back.
The curse will wear off when my beard grows back.
Several months later.
She wants to marry me!
It's not like this is just some plot point they forgot about between episodes. This several months later is in the same episode where the Dutchman says the beard takes 1,000 years to grow back.
It'll take 1,000 years for my beard to grow back.
Several months later.
Why the fuck would they include this line if they were just gonna contradict it a few minutes later in the same goddamn episode? They even blatantly mention that it's several months later twice, as if they're trying to make you realize how inconsistent it is.
Several months later.
Well, here we are several months later.
So, what does any of this mean? Why are the writers of SpongeBob intentionally making the Flying Dutchman as inconsistent as possible? Well, the only way that this makes sense to me is if we're seeing the Flying Dutchman non-chronologically. And by that I mean, the Flying Dutchman is time traveling. Just bear with me for a second. For SpongeBob, only several months have passed, but for the Dutchman, it actually was 1,000 years later. The Dutchman didn't recognize Mr. Krabs in season 6 because for him, this is the first time they've met. And from his perspective, the episodes where he tries to take Mr. Krabs' soul haven't happened yet. The Dutchman's not the marrying type in season 7, but he probably actually does end up getting married to the giant monster, and that's why we see him with a ring in season 4, because the past is the future for the Flying Dutchman. Whoa. Okay, let's calm down for a second there, Alex. This time travel idea does fix a lot of problems with the Dutchman's continuity, but claiming a character has time travel powers is a major leap. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Flying Dutchman is a very powerful ghost. He can teleport, he can shapeshift, he can grant wishes, but we've never seen him manipulate time.
You get 3 wishes.
Wishes? I wish we had known that earlier.
Okay, you got 2 wishes left.
Huh. Okay, so the Dutchman's time traveling. And you know what this means? The Flying Dutchman could absolutely be the ghost of Patchy the Pirate, and I'm gonna prove it.
Oh, hey Alex. What's up?
Hey Wes, sorry for just barging in on you like this. I was actually wondering maybe if you'd want to watch my new SpongeBob theory, maybe give me some feedback.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. I love those videos. Come on, man.
How's the film thing going?
Oh, you know, funding's a nightmare.
Sure you figured it out. So just give it a watch, tell me what you think, and is it cool if I use your bathroom?
Yeah, no problem. It's just right through there, so.
Cool. I guess enjoy.
Alright, so this time, instead of ending with the big twist, I'm just gonna overlook it. The Flying Dutchman is the ghost of Patchy the Pirate. This is a claim that makes absolutely no sense. A little different, yeah.
Maybe his friend has a muse too. Uh-oh. The death of Patchy the Pirate. Oh no, and the death of YouTube ads! When will that happen?
So, if Patchy the Pirate eventually becomes the Flying Dutchman, that means at some point in the future, Patchy is going to die. Except, here's the thing. I think Patchy is already dead in present day, and we have already seen his death on screen. Remember that Christmas special I told you would be important later on? It's the season 13 episode SpongeBob's Road to Christmas, and as of recording this, it's the latest episode in the SpongeBob timeline. SpongeBob does meet Patchy in this episode, but for some reason, he's fully animated instead of using the usual live-action style.
Ahoy, SpongeBob and Patrick! It's me, Patchy the Pirate!
It honestly feels kind of creepy for some reason, especially since the creators themselves said that Patchy could never meet SpongeBob.
Well, they can never meet, right?
Well, yeah, they can never meet.
Is it possible that this isn't the real Patchy? Well, the last time we saw live-action Patchy was in SpongeBob's Big Birthday Blowout, and that episode ended with him being fired out of a cannon and crashing into an island. Immediately after that, Patchy's severed head shows up and meets SpongeBob. But I already explained how this is clearly just another hallucination, and he's probably just gonna wake up on the island disappointed that he didn't actually meet SpongeBob like every other time. But what if this is something more than just a simple dream that he can wake up from? I mean, the last shot we saw of the real Patchy was him and Potty face down in the sand, struggling to get out. What if they didn't? And this is what Patchy is hallucinating as he dies. During this hallucination, he begins singing the show's theme song with SpongeBob to wrap up the episode.
Oh, who's having a birthday under the sea?
But as they're singing, we briefly cut to this horrifying shot of Patchy's body with Potty's head lying on the island, violently convulsing in pain. It happened so quick that I didn't even process it the first time. But goddamn, that is some terrifying imagery for a kid's show. Why the fuck did they show this? Is this some kind of PG symbolic way to show Patchy and Potty suffocating to death in the sand? Holy shit! Okay, so let's say Patchy and Potty, the hosts of the SpongeBob SquarePants television show, are dead. What happens now? Well, the show must go on. The SpongeBob SquarePants television show has to continue without him, but they need a new host to replace Patchy. Except, are they really gonna tell their young audience that their beloved Patchy the Pirate and Potty the Parrot are dead? No, they're gonna replace them with animated actors.
And they're using actors.
Hey, that's showbiz for you. But what happened to the real Patchy after he died? Well, he became a ghost and could finally meet his idol SpongeBob, except when he goes to Bikini Bottom, what would he see? SpongeBob and all of his friends partying without him. Patchy dedicated his entire life to SpongeBob. He even died for him, and SpongeBob never even knew Patchy existed. And that resentment that's been building up inside of Patchy for all of these years finally explodes. And this is how Patchy the Pirate becomes the Flying Dutchman. Patchy is done pretending to be a pirate and dressing up in his fake costumes. He gets a new look, a new identity, and now he can finally live out the fantasy of being a real pirate. Remember that board game that they said was based on a real map from the Flying Dutchman?
Based on a real treasure map.
We never really did see the map that it was based on, or did we? Remember when Patchy was looking for the Lost SpongeBob episode? He used this map to find it. Now, at first I thought these two maps didn't look all that similar, but the more I looked at it, the more my mind was blown. Same red X in the middle, you got the compass, the palm trees, a turtle, a fish, but most importantly, they both have the forked tree.
Half a league to the forked tree.
Look for the deacon's goose through the fork in the old tree.
That is a very specific detail. You would not just see that on any random map. The Flying Dutchman based his map off of the one from his past. So he's become the Flying Dutchman now, and his main target for haunting is, of course, the one who ignored him his entire life, SpongeBob SquarePants. But how did Patchy become such a powerful ghost who can even manipulate time itself? Well, there's actually an episode in season 12 called The Ghost of Plankton that gives us a pretty clear understanding of how ghost powers work. It basically just takes time and effort to grow your powers. Patchy's already given SpongeBob 20 years of dedication, might as well go a little further with it as the Dutchman. Patchy travels back in time to visit all of his favorite, most cherished SpongeBob episodes, including his favorite episode, Shanghai.
We're gonna see me favorite show, Shanghai!
Except now, he's not just watching the episode. He's the one in control, and he's gonna make SpongeBob pay for everything he's done. And he's gonna make him pay over and over and over again. But then, we get to the episode, Ghost Host. Patchy initially moves in with SpongeBob to torture him, but as much as he tries to deny it, deep down, he's still that devoted fanboy who just wants SpongeBob to be his friend. As much as he wants to pretend to be the Dutchman, deep down, Patchy is still here. And that is why, if you go to the Krusty Krab after closing, and you go out the back to the dumpster, you can still read the words, Patchy was here. Yes, he certainly was. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the time-traveling ghost pirate theory. Thank you very much. Oh shit,
cool.
what about Potty? He died with Patchy too, right? What the hell happened to him? I can figure this out. Just give me a second. Let me just quickly rewatch every single episode of SpongeBob. Gotta watch the spin-offs too. Okay, let me see. The motherfucker ate him!
I wonder what parrot tastes like.
That is the time-traveling ghost pirate theory, baby! I am done! Woo! See ya! Thank you again so much for watching. This was an especially tough one to figure out, but I think it all came together in the end. If you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
I hope the last one's not true.
I have been your host, the SpongeBob Guy, and I will see you next time.
Hey, Alex. I finished the theory. Pretty good stuff, man. You doing okay in there? Alex? Alex? Alex?
Oh. Hi, Wesley.
What are you doing down here?
Sorry. I must have got lost.
That's okay. I finished the video.
What'd you think?
It was good. Hey, is everything okay?
Is everything okay? Why wouldn't everything be okay?
I mean, come on, dude. You're acting weird.
No, you're right. I have been feeling weird lately. Wesley, I have a confession to make. I didn't come here to show you a video.
Well, why are you here?
To help you.
Oh, you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, sorry about all of that. I think I'm coming down with something.
It's alright, man. I'll clean it up. But you should probably go, though.
Yeah, I'll go. Sorry again.
How you feeling?
Like my stomach just got pumped.
You'll feel better soon.
I don't know how to feel about what I did.
I get it, but you did the right thing. And soon you won't have to worry about your muse at all.
Let's hope not. Oh no. He transferred the muse to him! Oh no!
I like the haircut, by the way.
Thanks. Yeah. Long hair just didn't really feel like me.
Thanks again for, talking me through all this. Glad I don't have to deal with it on my own anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I get how weird it all is.
See you. You must have given someone else a muse too, right? Did you? Give me my muse.
You needed help. It worked, didn't it?
You bitch!
Good night, Victoria.
Well, at least he doesn't have it anymore.
Well done.
Dude, that is fucking scary. That is some cool shit, but still it's very scary. And by the way, I just heard Squidward scream. Okay, anyways. Okay, so I have a couple more videos for the reaction stream for today. I will watch this one and then I will end it off with another one. Let me just pull it up. Suction Cup Man, Part 4. Looks like this is a long one. This is by Pymations, by the way. Subscribe to them or you're a dick. I'm just kidding. I love you. You're awesome. I love you. No homo.
All rise. Honorable Judge Carter presiding. Court is now in session.
Thank you. You may be seated. Our first case today is case 10-416. Mr. Guy Business versus Suction Cup Man. Does the plaintiff's counselor have an opening statement?
Yes, Your Honor. We are filing a lawsuit against Mr. Cupman for trespassing and causing damage to Mr. Business's property.
Thank you, counselor. Does the defense have an opening statement? If the defense has an opening statement, you have the floor.
No, I got the ceiling. Look at me go.
Mr. Cupman, please get down.
No!
Sir, I am prepared to hold you in contempt of court.
Are you prepared to hold these nuts?
Do you even have an opening statement?
Do you even have these nuts? Yes. Your Highness, I never damaged this dummy's tower. I only smudge his windows. I find him guilty of being a bitch.
Mr. Cupman, will you please refrain from...
Objection! You can't tell Suction Cup Man what to do.
You cannot deny that you trespass on my tower almost every day.
You cannot deny these nuts.
I hate you.
Probably shouldn't say that.
Order! Order in the court!
Order?
Yes, order!
What are we ordering? I didn't know this was a food court.
Suction Cup Man, I find you guilty of all charges. You are hereby banned from owning any climbing grade suction cups. Your suction cups will be seized and auctioned off. Court is adjourned.
What? Fuck you!
No, fuck you! Officer, remove him from my ceiling.
Ow.
Ooh.
You may have taken those suction cups, but I have tons more back at my place. So, ha! Wait, don't... Hey, stop! Hey, fuck you! Put that down! Hey!
Yeah, this is the last of it.
You can't do this to me! I'm Suction Cup Man! I was Climb Magazine's Climber of the Year!
That's amazing.
Get back here, you swashbuckling swine! They want to play hard to suck, huh? Well, game on, assholes! You can't keep Suction Cup Man down forever!
Just buy more suction cups. choice. That's gonna get you in some trouble.
You know, the way I look at it, some people never find their purpose in life. Something to make life worth living. But you had your purpose. And now, you don't. Like, you have nothing. Literally nothing. Goodbye.
But you had it, so you can get it back. You can get it back. Why? What the
Yes,
hell?
this please.
Alright, that's one rock bottom bondage beginner set. Do you have any questions about this product?
Does it function as a rope?
It is a rope. You came here for a regular rope?
Hardware's still closed. I'm trying to find new hobbies. Not time, perhaps.
Are you good?
They took everything from me! I used to be Suction Cup Man! Maybe you heard of me?
No.
Now I'm just mad! No suction cups!
Why can't you just get more suction cups?
I got sued by a guy that sells plunges!
Okay.
The judge said I was banned from owning any climbing grade suction cups, and that's bullshit!
I agree.
Just climbing grade?
That's what the judge said.
Uh-huh. Well, I think I might have a catalog you'll be interested in.
Oh, yeah?
Suction Cup Man!
I'm Penis Man!
No, the fuck you are not!
Yes, I am!
Fuck you, I'm calling the cops! You're not allowed to have those!
Oh, no, no, no! You might recall the judge said climbing grade suction cups. Do these look climbing grade to you?
Well, not technically, but...
Splat! As per the court order from your lawsuit, I am legally following your rules.
That's... you're getting caught up in semantics!
By the way, have you heard the sound these things make? That's what good mac and cheese sounds like.
I don't care what it sounds like! You can't just put cocks on my windows!
Why not? Now there's cocks inside and outside.
You're a cock!
Hey, I wrote you a song. It goes a little something like this. Penis, 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 penis.
Stop saying penis!
Penis!
Fuck!
Sir, what is going on in here?
It's nothing, penis. I mean a penny.
I'm Penis Man!
Ah.
Officers incoming.
Oh, thank God, the cops.
We get...
Okay, this is good.
Game it.
Sir, what is going on in here?
It's nothing, penis. I mean a penny.
I'm Penis Man!
Ah.
Officers incoming.
Oh, thank God, the cop.
I wonder if her name is actually Penis. That'd be funny.
Psst, we came as soon as we heard all the screaming.
That's a weird thing to come to!
He can't use those, right? He can't legally own suction cups.
Let me see. The judge said climbing grade. Are those climbing grade? I don't think those are climbing grade. What a wacky situation.
Well, then I'm taking you back to court, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna get you banned from using any suction cups forever!
You just don't get it, do you? You're really gonna ban me from all suction cups? Plungers can be used as suction cups. So can dent bullets for fixing dents in your car. Mounts for your phone that stick to your windshield. Those little rubber-based shower hooks. Phone darts with a sticky edge your mom. Suction cup therapy? Do not look that up. Have you ever considered the human mouth as a suction cup? I can and will climb with all of these things if I must.
Jesus Christ, I just want you off my fucking tower!
Well, since that ain't gonna happen, would you rather me climb with cups or cocks?
Fine, I'll drop the case, but you can only climb my tower on weekends.
Deal! Hooray! I'm Suction Cup Man again! Look at me go!
What is happening?
Oh, yeah. I stocked up. Just leave them outside. I'll get rid of these. Such cup babies coming.
The wheel. Electricity. Sliced bread. Inventions that changed the course of human history, leaving but one question. What is next to change the world? This could maybe be it.
What the fuck? I'm a plushie!
The new Suction Cup Man plushie. Now with voice box and 10 hilarious catchphrases.
Gosh! You're a bitch! You can't unsuck these suction cups, baby!
Taking plushie technology to where no one else thought it could go. And introducing for the first time the same suction cups as last time, so he can really suck. And if he doesn't suck so good, try applying moisture. The new Suction Cup Man plushie, available for pre-order now. Check for the link in the description now. Do it now!
Such cup babies coming around. My sucking powers have no bounds. Suction cups are running shit. I'm pretty hot, you must admit. Do not test my sucking power. I'll climb your tower in just an hour. You can't kill me, I'm way too cool. I'm sponging up your...
Dude, I think this was definitely the best one yet. Ah, that was awesome. Alright, and then we got one more video we're gonna react to, then I'm gonna head off the stream. The SpongeBob Lost Episode. Or SpongeBob SquarePants, the real Lost Episode. Let's check this out. Patrick, why is your ass out? Put that thing away! And your kitties too? Come on!
I would like
this
some
is a
caviar
restaurant!
with this.
What the hell? I don't know who the fuck you are, but you are not SpongeBob! Okay, that's enough reaction.